This is a demonstration video of the WoWticket cloud application. This application is targeted towards people in the service industry who would want to provide services to their clients. Some of them are people into computer sales and services, mobile phone sales and services, or air conditioning and alike. This application is entirely platform independent. You don't require Windows 7 to be installed on it. This application resides at our cloud servers, which have got 24/7 connectivity, as well as you can connect this particular application using your tablets, mobile phones, desktops, anything basically. So the first thing that we do here is to fire up the browser. In my case, I'm using Google Chrome, which is the most popular one. So once your browser is up, you need to go to the URL which has been provided by us. Now there are two ways in which you can claim an URL from us. One is in the standard package, you would have say xyz.basis.com, wherein xyz is your company name. In another case, which is going to be charged extra than the nominal fees that we take, it's going to be say support.xyz.com, wherein xyz is the name of your company. It's more customized and basis is not exposed to your clients. So we have taken a support.textstore.co.in as our demo here today, one of the clients that we serve. Once you click enter on this particular URL, it will take you to the request page, support query generation request page of TextStore. Over here you see this button, open new ticket, and you have this area where the customer can have a look at the ticket status by putting in the email ID and the ticket number. Basically this interface is being provided for corporates or customers who are more online savvy to generate support requests. The other two ways would be people would give you a call and would register a complaint. Second would be they would come to your location and register a complaint. All three are handled. This is the third part, wherein the customers generate a support request on the web. So let us just open up a new ticket here. It will ask you for a name. I'll put in my name here and I'll put in my email ID. I'll put in my phone number and I'll say I have a support query here. Now I want to have my service of the computer done. There is some problem with my computer, so I'll just in a brief subject I'll put in say blue screen error on my PC, and then I'll put in a brief message elaborating the problem. I'll say when my machine boots up, it gives me a blue screen error and blah blah blah. Whatever the problem is, the customer needs to put in here. So once we press on the submit ticket, this particular thing will come up. The email ID being associated is anandvedhpl@gmail. So an email would have been sent to this particular email address as well as to the administrator of the service center. Now this is the customer part of it. Now let's go to the part where the staff logs in. This is the staff login. support.textstore.co.in scp login.php. The username and password have to be given. Let us check if the mail has come on my Gmail inbox. Alright, so an email is been sent across by the automated system. The the support ticket number is 1318, and all the details have been given. You can view the tickets progress online here. The customer can just click on this particular thing and check the status. Okay, and the same thing comes to the staff console also, as you can see over here. Blue screen error on my PC, support from Anand Bed. So as soon as your staff logs on to this particular console, he'll come to know what are the tickets open here, which tickets have been answered and in process, what are his specific tickets, and what are the tickets that are overdue, which have been assigned a certain due date and still they have gone beyond that due date. So we'll just open this ticket that we have created and have a look at what exactly has been done. So as you can see, whole plethora of information is there. That status of the ticket is open, priority is normal, because any ticket by default created on the web will have a normal priority. The name will be there, email ID is there, you have the department to which it has been assigned, phone number, date created, as well as the time is there, and what is the source of ticket, and the staff has not been assigned as yet, and there is no response, there is no due date that has been assigned because it is still in the open state. The staff has to open it and then put in a due date to it, and the entire detail is there, and you will get what exactly the problem is. It says when my machine boots up, it gives me a blue screen error. Alright, so this is what it is. The subject is over here, blue screen error on my PC. So the staff now needs to open a thread wherein it can start communicating with the client. Maybe it is an on-site support request, so the address will be there, or the customer will give the address, or maybe we can ask for the address to be sent across. So we'll put in, say, we have received your query, please send your address for us to send our service rep, and put in the my signature. There will be a signature that will be given, and you can post the reply. The reply has been posted. We have received your query. Please send your address for us to send our service representative. And he would have also got an email on similar lines. Let's just refresh the mailbox. Yes. This was the first mail over here, and this is the second mail which has been unread as yet. So we'll go and check what has been there. A customer support staff member has replied to your support request with the following response: we have received your query. Please send your address for us to send our service representative. So this communication between the client and you keeps on happening till the point of time you actually close the call and get the feedback form from the customer and upload it onto this particular website. And in the future, whenever you want to again relook at the same thing, you can just open this particular ticket and have a look at what was done and what was the problem. Now we'll just check how to open a new ticket when a customer walks into your place or when he gives you a call. So once you are there inside the staff console, you'll have an option to create a ticket on your own. Alright. So we have this button called as new ticket. Say a customer has given a call and he wants to register a complaint with you. You just need to click on this particular thing and open a new ticket here. And a similar form, the way I had shown you earlier, as a web form opens up for the receptionist or the person who's handling the services to be filled in. He puts in the email address, he puts in the name, he puts in the telephone number, he puts in the source of query, phone or email or other, and he puts in what is exactly the problem by putting in a subject query. He on the phone or when he is there at your location explains what exactly is the problem. So here is what the entire thing has to be put in, and then you have an option here, an extra option of adding an optional internal note. Maybe this client here who's come for you to getting serviced has got an issue which is there earlier also, so you can just put in an optional internal note which will be only between the staff and the administrators of the system to understand the issue better. Say maybe the issue was persisting, and the solution given last time can be given again to rectify the issue. So that can be put in as an optional internal note here. It will not be visible to the client, it will only be visible to the staff. Now the due date here can be mentioned. You can mention approximately, depending on when you will be able to actually close this call, you can give in a due date. So let us say give it a due date of 27/10/2012. If the hardware issue is there or some software issue is there, you can give a due date of say 1 or 2 days, and you can also assign the time that specifically you can close this call at. You can also assign priority to these if it is a very high emergency call or a normal call or a low priority call. Now a low priority call would be something wherein the customer is okay with a delay of around 2-3 days because it's also got a standby, and or maybe there is hardware lag in that. Little bit of time is going to take for the hardware to come in. Normal, high, emergency, all depending on how you want to treat your clients. Then you can just put in what was the help topic, billing or support. In our case support maybe. You can assign it to the staff that you have. You can give an ID each to your staff if you want to, for them to actually close a call. In a scenario wherein there is a cross regional operation where you have one guy in say X location, another guy is in Y location, you can give a ID to the X guy. You can ask him to log on to his console every day, have a look at all the tickets that have been assigned to him and close them appropriately. Alright, and do you want the signature to be there? That is your address and details and your salutation. And you can just press the submit ticket. It will again appear in the open ticket section here. As we are speaking, there are these queries that have been created. This is a new query that has been created just now. It's a Reliance modem issue with a notebook that has been coming up. So it basically allows you on the fly to understand what are the support queries being generated and how they have been handled. And you need to create a support request thread between the client and you, for him to also understand what the problem is, and as well as for you to backtrack on what exactly the issue was earlier. So the section here which shows you the open tickets, we've already showed you. These are the tickets which have not been answered at all. They've just been opened. This section here is the answer tickets section, which will have all the tickets that are under process. There is work going on those cases, and whenever you click on any one of these, you will come to know what exactly is the status of that particular case. And these are the ticket IDs that we give. There are two ways in which you can have the ticket IDs assigned. One is sequential, another one is random. So we utilize the sequential more than the random one. It depends on your requirement at the end of the day. Then we go to the overdue section. The overdue section here has got all the tickets that have been marked as overdue. Maybe a particular ticket was given a due date of say 3 days from today, and it is already the 4th day and the service is not been closed. Then it will come down in the overdue ticket. This particular overdue ticket will be sent an SMS or an email to the client as well as to the service administrator that this particular ticket is lying stale from a long time and it has not been addressed to at the given point of time when it was to be addressed. So these are the little overdue tickets that the client has at this point of time. Maybe because it has not been updated inside, maybe the HD did not detect this particular client here. Let us have a look at what his entire status is. We have received a issue as hard disk is not working, hard disk is replaced, you can collect it. The customer has still not received, still not collected the replacement. That is the reason this particular ticket is still open. So what we can do is we can edit the ticket here. We can put in the overdue, we can put in the due date as say today is 18th, so we can put it at 21, and the reason for the edit has to be mentioned. You can see here, ticket updated to change the due date. It will be mentioned over here. So any change that is done to the ticket only by the administrator will be reflecting over here. Editing a ticket is not given by default to the staff. It can be assigned to the staff, but ideally it would be better if the editing of tickets overall duration of the due date being handled by the administrator himself. So now once the ticket closes, there is this close on reply button here, which once clicked after putting in the message say case closed, we have replaced the HDD, and we just click on my signature and we click on close on reply and we press on this particular post reply button here. What will happen is the ticket will get closed. We don't want to do it now because the ticket is still in the open state for the client, so let's keep it open.